piece that I just started working on recently that I kind of had left alone for a while, and like actually coming here kind of inspired me to return to this. So it's definitely like really integrated with a lot of the people that I've been talking to like recently that are here. So we don't use fertilizer anymore because we have bulldozers. I saw her twice. First, only through a window. Hidden inside, I once watched her sit on a sidewalk, abide people brisk past and cars blow by. Her shaved head, cheetah print tights, and leather jacket. It's not me, even though I'm wearing cheetah. Those things made me wonder who she was. Some men stopped by and looked down to talk to her. The words muddled through the glass. She got up and moved down the sidewalk. She sat and leaned against the bike rack. I was at work, so I was busy. Later I looked back and she was gone. Trail your way through construction. Follow switchbacks that plywood walls dictate. Take time and read notes and safety red spray paint scrawled on a wall addressed to the swing shift. Trash folding chairs and mini coolers scatter the zone. Metal clashes and grinds, a noise that gnaws at the head. A particular rumble from above reminds me of Saruman's ominous horn that sounded from the depths of Isengard. Chain link fences file down our line and limit our vision. Step out of the construction and have a chance to recognize the weather. I stay behind to light a cigarette, as if I have something to hide. Glance around, and then my eye catches on her again. Second time, she sits in the middle of a park, on top of a hill, in a circle. The white dead ball lamps line the park's path leading uphill begin to flicker. Their circle of three closed in their heads, and I look to my left and the wall says boom in big black letters, and splatter the red wall and white pieces scatter, and we call it wall art, and I look to the green hill and they fall back to 3 points of reference, glinting the sky with blue and levering their bodies lower to the ground. The lamps blink on now, one by one in succession, like lighting matches. They channel the light in just the right way so that the sun and the fluorescent bulbs push a current of colors up the path to the hill. And the colors catch fire and they explode into yellow flames that fly across the grass, flinging sparks into the leaves of the trees and flowering flames in the beds. Light laughter looks at the edges. Black-eyed Susan fuels the pit. For some odd reason, the grass stays the same. The girl asks if it is real, and they stare at her strange. So she counts the pigeons pinpointing the sky, and the blackbirds fly over high. They take her with them, and she leans back as far as her neck, then back, then body can go, keeping to the continuous line. The further she leans, the more closely she feels the grass licking the nape of her neck. It bristles with the short hair on her head. She abides the warmth of the fire breathe on her face. The grass grows up around her, shaking, feeling her in its harmless flame. Like the power of good, like the white light, like blackberries on the perimeter, grassy fire lives with time. Tickling tips grew higher and higher until they met at the top, like the arches of the Sistine Chapel, and they reached and finally grabbed tighter and tighter, woven together like a spire, so that when the last ray snapped quiet and gone, she'd forgotten what it was all about and thought she'd been wrong. The safety red crane stands in the its fenced-in enclosure. Crossing over her vision, cutting the sky, this thing, this eye, it is a constant figure of the park. Its view passes over her body and she freezes so that it won't catch her breath. In a quiet moment alone, her eyes so open and wide, so still, they reflect the clouds which become foggy stigmatisms drifting in her eye. I inhale the last of my burned up smoke and turn from the hill and blow out into our air. Notice the spittle gathering at the fountain skirt. We have no other way to describe the endless circles, swirling in wide-eyed motion, shaping and reforming, spinning and growing. They are the patterns that echo the larger shape. I flick away my smoking butt and turn around. I'm on my way to school, so I have to keep up. I skip a few steps to catch the end of our line. As soon as I do, I look back one last time, and she's gone. She's laid on that hill for 7 years now, and she still remembers the day when she first felt her skin decay. Soon after, the fruit inside the flesh flies and Megas did enjoy, and and breathes in and out and watches herself become nothing. Time passes by and the fertilizer machine rolls. The spokes and the gears, they churn and they fly. They cross back and forth in a checkerboard line. They unearth the falseness below her feet, that the green grass is just grown by machine. The trees shed their leaves on her friends who lay in the stomach and the debris, and the machinery pickup begins to bury. Her eyes reflect it all, and she understands